In California, as Premier Boxing Champions presents the featured bout of the evening, brought to you by MGM Resorts and Brooklyn Boxing. This bout in the ring is sanctioned by the WBC. The president is Mauricio Sulaiman. Introducing to you our judges scoring from ringside, we have Max DeLuca, Steve Morrow, and Zachary Young. All right, fans, here we go with the main event of the evening, 12 rounds of boxing for the WBC Welterweight Championship of the World. And now, ladies and gentlemen in attendance and boxing fans joining us around the world, live from Carson, California, it's time for the Fox PBC Fight Night main event of the evening. Introducing to you first the challenger, fighting out of the red corner. Entering the ring wearing white trunks with red trim, hailing from Santiago de Cuba, now fighting out of Miami, Florida. He weighed in at 146 1/2 pounds with a record of 23 wins, 3 losses. He has 11 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the ranked welterweight contender tonight, making his first attempt at a world title. Please welcome the challenger, introducing Yordenis Ugas. And his opponent across the ring, the defending world champion, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing white trunks with gold trim, fighting out of Las Vegas, Nevada, by way of Cleveland, Ohio. He weighed in at 146 3/4 pounds with a record of 29 wins, 2 losses and 1 draw. He has 17 wins coming by way of knockout. Here is the 2-time welterweight world champion, tonight making the first defense of his current title. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the reigning and defending WBC welterweight champion of the world, introducing Showtime, Shawn Porter. And now here's our referee in charge, now to give instructions, Jack Reese.
Shawn. Right here, Shawn. Right here, brother. Right there, facing me. Smile. Oh, right here. All right, Kenny, these are right on the line. If they come up at all, I'm going to let them work in here. No big deal right now. I gave you both instructions. I just want to remind you, escúchame, protect yourself at all times. Play duro, play limpio. Fight hard, protect yourself at all times. Fight hard, fight clean. Good luck to both of you.
Ugas didn't look in the direction of Porter. Jack Reese, one of the very fine referees, familiar if you saw the Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder, the heavyweight bout. And he'll be watching these two closely. And Porter working some energy here, staying warm. Lennox, fighting outdoors. You said you like fighting outdoors, but it's good to work up a sweat of lather even before you start.
Oh, yeah. I remember my Bruno fight. I went out there, and it was so cold. They had to put a blanket in the corner. And it took me a couple rounds to get warmed up first.
Joe Goosen, how about the styles of these two fighters? What should we be looking for?
Well, you're going to see Ugas use his height and reach, I think, and if he's smart like that. And, you know, Porter's going to have to find his way in as usual. Now, he's boxing a little bit here, but he said he was going to be working on power. So I think he's going to be looking for some really hard punches early on. If he can take out Ugas, he would like to do that early.
Porter, an effervescent personality, very confident. He's kind of a turbulent fight, like a tornado. Comes arms, elbows, everything flying. He'll hit you with whatever he's got.
Well, yeah, I'll tell you what stands out for me right now is Porter's footwork. He's moving around the ring nice and light, and he's giving you different angles, so he's not standing in one position. You can tell by the time when he's mounting his attack, his feet are in and he's out. He's in danger, he's out of danger.
No, he's got a little bit of a problem from the outside. He's trying to counter Ugas' jab, and he's just falling short with it. His arm's just too short for that. He's going to have to close the gap one way or the other.
Ugas leaning in. An extended reach from the left did not connect. Ugas, a record of 8-0 following a 27-month hiatus from the ring. Meanwhile, Porter, he's been cut or knocked down in 4 of his last 7 fights. And Porter, his last fight in Carson here in California, it was the first loss of his career. Kell Brook beat him in August, but that was back in 2014.
Nice counter right hand by Porter. He found it.
And there is an aggressive body shot by Porter. So, Lennox, you said it could have an effect the way in.
Yeah, it's too early to tell right now. Right now, he's just getting warmed up and getting his rhythm right and moving around and seeing what he can catch Ugas with.
And, Joe, you said from a trainer's point of view, sometimes a shift in weight, you're a little bit cautious.
Well, yeah, but again, I think it was more of an embarrassment than anything, to tell you the truth, because he got the food in him a couple hours later, and he's probably eaten 5 or 6 times since yesterday. So, you know, he's rejuvenated.
Yeah, he told us his routine meal before was lasagna with egg whites day of the fight. But Lennox, how about from Ugas' point of view? I mean, all this goes on. Does it help you? Does it give you a little mental advantage?
Oh, absolutely. You know, my opponent has to make weight. I'm going to put some pressure on him, hit him in the body, and make him suffer from that.
Step back, stop at the bell, box.
Round 1. Ugas, Porter. One, maybe you give it to Porter for being aggressive. He's the champ. The taller of the two, Ugas measuring up.
Yeah, I think he probably landed the most solid of the punches, even though Ugas landed a couple good jabs in his stomach. I think Porter landed a good counter when he finally got close enough over the jab of Ugas, which counts for more than a jab. But I think Ugas is going to have a hard time countering like you know it is, because Porter's so awkward. He doesn't do anything by the norm, and so what you would normally do to counter off would be something that would be typical, and Porter does nothing that's typical.
Ugas is really waiting for Porter to come in so he can take advantage of that. He's trying to catch him on the way in, knowing that Porter has to come in to hit him.
Following our stats, our punch stats on those punches landed.
Well, Ugas really isn't waiting. He's been walking towards, Porter, so it looks like he wants to get inside as well. And backing down from that.
Joe, Ugas has landed a high percentage historically of body shots. He's above the average, over 41% in this division.
He's going to get to it eventually as things settle in.
These two once sparred, won a couple of 2-3 rounds a few years ago.
Well, you talk about body shots. Ugas threw a left hook to the body, and Porter countered it really quickly with a good right hand, which surprised Ugas. So the counterpuncher got countered by Porter.
Would you say that Porter's the more, even though he's unorthodox or more polished of the fighters? Is that fair or no?
I just think he's more experienced. He's been in with the better fighters. He's been in with Thurman. He's been in with Garcia. Yep. Garcia. He's been champion before.
He's fought 8 current or past world champions, and has only lost 2 of those bouts. Change there.
Again, it was a great left hook to the liver by Ugas, and Porter countered him with the right hand. Here's where Porter wants to be, right here.
Yeah, he likes to get inside.
Man, is he explosive.
Yeah, but you notice that Ugas is throwing to the body. He wants to affect him later down in the
Sure. Yeah, well, that's his one of his fortes is that body work. He's known for it. But again, he keeps getting countered by right hands off of third watch. He's done it twice. He's done it to the body twice. He's gotten countered twice by Porter. Porter's really quick tonight.
Porter's first defense of this WBC welterweight title. He, at one time, was the IBF welterweight champ back in 2013, and the NABF welterweight champ in 2010. Ugas with a right, doesn't connect.
Good counter by Ugas.
Thank you very much, Heidi. So, like many fighters, a lot to fight for, a lot on his mind, but right now, it's Porter and the title. Shawn Porter, who has only lost twice in his professional career. Kell Brook And then Keith Thurman, remember after.
And that was a very close fight. I mean, that was a tremendous
12-round decision. Porter's won 3 the last 3 fights since that Thurman loss. We hope you enjoyed Keith Thurman back at our studios with Kate and Ray Boo Mancini. They'll have post-fight coverage over at FS1 after we're finished here.
So this is a little trading places here. You know, Porter backing up, Ugas coming forward.
Yeah, a little different, right?
Not what we thought. But Porter is really, look, he's really fast twitch right now. He looks like he's ready to see like that right there. You know, he's really doing some good counter punching right now.
And some good movement.
Yeah.
Doing the right things.
But there's that great liver shot by Ugas. Whether it hurt him or not, I don't know. But man, that landed clean.
Yep, it was that reach advantage you pointed out earlier. Ugas staring in. He looks like he said, come on. Like,
well, you know what? I think he's expecting Shawn Porter to be, roughing it up. He's not expecting Shawn Porter to be moving like this. And he's finding it kind of difficult because he can't control him, he can't get him.
I can't make out. Is that Ugas? Is there blood in his mouthpiece?
I think he's got. Look at that. I think he's got a little blood in his mouth.
It's red coloring. Okay, just want to make sure. Didn't see that from the very start.
But it looks like there's some blood on his lips, too.
Yeah, that's what I can't make out. Inside is where Porter wants to be. Was trying to get there.
Well, what he's doing right now is, I think Porter's playing a double game here. I think he's being athletic on the outside, fast twitch when he can be. And then, if he sees the opening and the opportunity, he'll bum rush him and try to score.
And get out.
Get out, that's right.
Yeah.
And Porter told us, I always have multiple game plans. I have a few, and I'm going to create discomfort for Ugas. He said, mentally, I want to get him to fall apart. Physically, that might be more difficult. Body shot, the left from Ugas, looked like it connected, but didn't bother Porter.
Looked like it strayed a little low as well. I mean, but he does have long arms, and Shawn is short, so it's bound to happen.
Shawn is fun to watch. Yeah. As he gets ready to pounce or whatever. Well, this is an interesting matchup of styles. An end to this.
But he's not in a hurry. So he's going to be smart and box smartly because he can outbox this kid. What they normally expect us to do is straight come forward and just try to bull rush somebody. But he's showing his ability to box and use his jab, and it's working out great.
Thanks so much, Chris.
Father and trainer who said he had to get Shawn out of a comfort zone with his young child, his son, and eating habits, and get him away to train and focus only on boxing to prepare for this fight.
And let me tell you, that's the wisest thing for a father to do, because you do get a little bit relaxed after having a baby and being at home, because there's certain things that your family wants you to do, but they don't understand that you need to be focused and training and making sure that you're ready for the fight.
Might have affected the weight discipline issue that Porter had. Marcos Villegas, our unofficial scorer, ringside with us.
This is a really tactical, close fight. I have Shawn ahead right now, 2 rounds. I gave Ugas the last round. It seems that he's being patient in there, Ugas, and waiting to land the counter shots. The problem with that is Shawn, if he gets active, it's going to be a really subjective thing with the judges. Are they going to go with the activity of Shawn, or are they going to go with the quick counterpunching of Ugas?
We'll watch for that. More than half of Porter's punches thrown in that previous round, at least through that previous round, have been power shots. You'll see our body shots, percentages landed, punches thrown. But judges, and Marcus, help me out, don't they usually favor the aggressor, especially if you're the current champion or the fighter who's more active? Go ahead, Marcos.
Depending on the quality of the punches that are being thrown, and really, being ringside, we see something that the fans at home don't see, and it's how hard these punches are landing on either or fighter.
Quality of punches, judges seeing that as well.
That's what's been working for Ugas tonight, is the body shots. He in the middle of the round, He stepped back a few times and landed a good body shot, 2 body shots. He just landed one there. That's what's winning him the round if he's winning this round.
A good finish to that round for Ugas. There is Mikey Garcia looking on. An impressive 39-0, 4 division world titles. Back live, round 5. Ugas may have won back-to-back rounds. Let's check in with Heidi.
Thank you very much, guys. Salas, what did you say to Yordenis?
No, actually, the advantage we have is when the Yordenis start to work with the body shot, you know, very solid body shot. And then we will start to slow down Shawn Porter. And then at the end of the round, I think he will stop. So we need to keep concentrating the body shot.
Thank you so much, Chris.
All right, so we touched on it. Emphasis body shots.
Yeah, well, Ugas was throwing some body shots, but they weren't getting through. You know, Shawn Porter was blocking them. What Ugas needs to do is actually place his shots and try and hit his body, not his hands.
You know, and Joe, Ugas told us he takes a lot of pride at calling himself a response fighter. Expound on that, please.
Well, I mean, he's responding to what you do, and that's basically counter.
And so doing it well, doing it effectively.
Yeah, look, and to Lennox's point, yes, some were landing on the arms and some weren't. You know, the fact of the matter is he's throwing them, and they're hitting Porter's body, whether they're blocked or not. So they're doing, at least they have their desired effect of letting the judges see him, that he's throwing those body shots. Right now, I don't know if it's smart that Porter keeps backing up like this and letting Ugas come forward, because it's really not his game. When I think of Shawn Porter, I think of him roughing guys up.
Yes.
Arms, elbows, head, you know, body shots, angles. I just don't see him doing this, and I'm not sure if the judges are going to appreciate this new style.
Well, Ugas looks comfortable. I mean, he's described himself as a technician. I mean, even as an amateur, he fought a pro style, and he said he's seen every style and was not intimidated at all. Look at him staring in.
The only one who landed there was on that little twist and turn they had in there was the right hand by Ugas. You know? So, I mean, and I thought Shawn should have struck right there. Once he got close to him, I thought he should have kept working and stayed busy once he got in there. It takes time to get in there.
Well, I like the way Shawn's boxing at the moment.
Listen, I don't mind it either.
The only thing is he just needs to get a little bit closer.
But that's what he's doing now.
It would be better if he gets Ugas against the ropes and then combination shots.
Left to the head and a right by Porter.
This is the Porter I've been waiting to see.
Yeah, the fans too are standing. That misses the right.
Great body shot by Ugas.
Yes.
Right in the belly.
There's that response.
Porter needs to throw some body shots as well. He needs to start it off at the body and then go to the head.
Ugas
wants to mix it up.
Yes,
he wants to mix it up.
He's talking to Porter. He's telling him, come on. Who's getting in whose head? Porter looks up.
All right, here we go. I mean, that says it all. Ugas is like he's almost becoming defiant right now.
Yeah, that was
and that's really it can't be uplifting for Porter right now.
Well, but do you agree that his corner, Ugas said, we're controlling the fight? Lennox, do you agree with that?
To a point, they feel that they're controlling him because he's doing the right things that his trainer wants him to do.
As a very close round after Ugas won at least by our view, the previous round. The previous 2 rounds. In round 6, Ugas has landed more punches. What about the effective punches? You heard his corner say the right hand. That's your punch.
Well, they're calling for a little bit more variety of punches because right now Ugas has really been concentrating on the body.
And the body shots numbers are heavily in favor of Ugas.
Without a doubt. So that's the right hand they were looking for, even though it was a lead right hand and kind of dangerous to throw. He should be throwing that off the jab. Right there. There's his counter right hand. He threw it twice in that exchange. So he's giving them what they asked for. Right.
Shawn Porter came back.
He did. But I think Ugas has landed a little bit more cleanly.
On the body shots, I agree.
No, even on the right hand. We're going to see on the replay, Leonard. I challenge you.
No, I believe you.
I think we're both right. I think they both landed. But Ugas is giving the corner what they wanted. Like right there again.
Joe, I know you're a sharp trader, but how dare you challenge an undisputed heavyweight champ? Maybe it's because he's wearing
only verbally.
Okay, that's where it ends. Only because he's wearing a blanket, maybe.
Right. He looks like.
But Porter moving, staring after Ugas was inviting. Oh, look at that. He got the right hand. He's weaving the left. A little bolo move and a shoulder shimmy from Ugas.
And Porter did get a right hand in while Ugas was clowning around. So it's not smart to do that.
Porter's doing the right thing right now. In and out.
Yeah,
in and out.
I think
score your points and then get out.
Is there some overconfidence from Ugas here?
That type of overconfidence could allow him to lose the round.
Exactly. He should concentrate. You never want to lose concentration when you're in there with a man that can.
Every round counts.
Yeah. Every second of every round counts.
Yeah. Porter, 17 knockouts in his 32 professional fights.
Ooh. He's got such long arms. Shawn missed his hook and Ugas landed his. Stepping.
Yep, the football juking move from Porter that he told us he applies in the ring. The height and reach advantage for Ugas. But Porter's your champion at the moment. The WBC World Welterweight title holder. Check in with Heidi Andro.
Thank you very much, guys. Well,
look, I mean, you hear a lot of opinions about whether it's good to have dads in the corner or not, but sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I think it has for the Porters, though.
And they were able, by a hair, literally, to pull off making the weight limit down to the final minute, final pound at that weigh-in on Friday. Yeah, and the energy you've had time to assess, Lennox. No hangover from that incident on Friday.
No, I can't see anything that sticks out. He's still good on his legs and he's moving around.
All right, so we're in round 7. Worth pointing out that Ugas has gone 12 rounds just once in his pro career. That was his last fight. Whereas Porter has gone 12 rounds 6 times, including the fight against Garcia when he won the WBC, Danny Garcia, against the World Welterweight title when he took the WBC title away from Danny Garcia.
This is probably one of the tallest guys Porter's ever fought, and I think it's posing a little bit of problem for him, to tell you the truth, the reach and the height right now. Because he's swinging and missing a little bit. He's landing here and there, but he's missing a lot because of the height and reach advantage.
Yeah, and Ugas has connected 40% of his power punches, just 26% for Porter. Let's bring in Marcos Villegas.
Yeah, so far, Chris, I have it a tied fight.
Wow.
Very, very close. 57-57. The scorecards could be all over the place based on what the judges want to see. But so far, very close fight.
It is unofficial, but Marcos, stay with me. If you had to lean, even though, okay, it's that close, if you had to lean, which way would you lean at the moment?
Man, that's a tough one. I think, yeah, Ugas has been throwing some very good quality body punches. He's been a little bit more technical. You might, I guess, go on the limb and say you could give the edge to him, but Shawn's doing a good job as well with his jab, and he's scoring with his jab too.
All right,
it's close.
The champ, Lennox, which way would you lean?
I'm saying Shawn Porter should do a little bit more. He should kind of get him to come closer to him and then turn him around and put him into the ropes and then throw his combinations. So that's where he's better active.
Well, Shawn Porter just got clipped again with that counter right hand. It's like the 3rd time this round he's gotten. There's number 4.
That's because he's trying
right landed.
He's trying to chase.
Porter landed right there back. Okay, but that was 1-4. I think Porter should stay in here and start muscling Ugas. I think right now he's making it hard on himself.
That's a slip. That's
a slip. And the optics of it doesn't look good.
And optics important.
Yeah.
He's trying to trade with a man in the middle of the ring when he should try and get him against the ropes.
But our punches landed stat showing Porter slightly ahead. And more head shaking by Ugas. I mean, we're going to put together some of these antics we've seen from him. The challenger, who 2 rounds ago Oh, look at the stick, the move. Away from Ugas. But the stare and then the reaction. And then
he's playing around. Usually you throw a jab, an up jab from something like that. But, you know, this is where the little stare down came at the end right there. Jack Reese puts his hand in.
Now, what is that? Lennox, so you're defining, does that matter? God to Ugas unofficially.
I don't think there's nothing wrong with Shawn Porter coming out with a different style.
No,
his opponent a different style, so he's not expecting the same thing.
Even if they're scoring, even if the scoring is leaning towards Porter, that's great. But I'd like to see him do something definitive here to put a hurt on Ugas in one way or the other, like he's known to do. Like that. Got to start throwing down.
Ugas is no slouch.
No, he isn't.
And the variety of styles that Porter, and you talked about how many different ways he can come at you. Maybe he's got another gear, another shift to go to here.
Look, our official scorer here, Marcos Villegas, who's well acquainted with fights, he's a little torn right now. You know, he's juggling up there, and I don't blame him.
And I'm sure, you know, those watching at home and those back in Cuba are feeling the same way, rooting.
And so basically what you could be saying here is you could be looking at possibly the title changing hands tonight if something definitive doesn't happen for one of these guys.
That's a great point, Joe, and both of them told us yesterday whoever wins, the challenger or the title holder, Errol Spence is who they want next, who has the pay-per-view fight next Saturday night against Mikey Garcia.
See what Porter does? Even though he misses, he's still trying to make up the room with his feet.
Yeah.
Trying to get close to Ugas. And that's the right thing to do. Get as close as possible so you can throw your punches. He doesn't have long arms, he's got short arms.
He's got to shake things up on the inside there.
I've been impressed with the defense of Ugas.
Well, his size is half of his defense. You know? It really is.
For Shawn to get in there, for Porter to get inside.
Yeah, because Ugas will step back when Porter comes in. And that's, you know,
Ugas is waiting for Porter.
You see the head shake.
Yeah, Ugas is waiting for Porter to throw a punch so he can counter punch. Sometimes he can't catch him. He's too fast.
I'm surprised Ugas doesn't have more than 11 knockouts in his 26 previous fights. But patient here. He has the power. The crowd enjoying.
See what Porter's doing, the in and out? A lot of boxers don't do that, and they need to do that because it's like telling the guy.
What is that doing to Ugas?
Well, it's not preparing him as well because he doesn't know if he's going to come in or if he's going to go out.
All right, so keeping him off balance or keeping him from getting comfortable. But whatever Porter thought he could create the mental edge against Ugas, that we certainly haven't seen that or any signs of that. 4 rounds to go.
Let's see. Shawn throws a jab. Here comes the right hand. This has happened more than once tonight, I can tell you. Here comes the jab. Ugas slips underneath, hits him right on the belt line. Here comes the double hook. He missed the second hook, but he landed the first. Jab again. Counter right hand by Ugas. Jab by Porter. He lands it, but he gets countered. Throws a left hook and a right hand that falls short. Here comes the double jab. Counter hook by Ugas. Jab. Counter right hand again. Those are solid jabs.
And here you see the in and out by Porter using the legs to get, he misses, but he keeps coming. He's trying to make up the ground with his feet, which is the smartest thing to do, and he's not getting hit while he's doing it. This is what you have to do when you're in the middle.
I see holes in his style. And Ugas winning probably unofficially, the third straight round in this bout. We're in round 9. Title on the line, scheduled for 12. We'll check the stats. Just heard our analyst, Lennox Lewis and Joe Goosen, take you through. There's the round-by-round punches landed, and the big round for Porter was the 6th when he landed 23. But the advantage of Ugas for the first 4, and then the last round. Close overall. And if you're holding the title, you don't like it that close.
And the funny thing is, you don't know what the judges are saying right now, so you got to be your own judge in the ring.
said that's what Porter's got to do. He's got to get in there. It took him a while to feint his way in there, but once he got in, he landed a 4-punch combo. Good counter left hook, right hand by Porter there.
And he did it again.
Yeah, Porter. Oh, there's a.
See, this is where the feet work.
And
good feet can get you around the guy's back like that, and the guy can't find you.
Well, no doubt, Porter's a great all-around athlete. But again, he's still got to put his hands on this guy.
Yeah, that's the thing, Joey. He said his excuse me, speed from the outside could set up some shots, but we really haven't seen a lot of that.
Again, Ugas is really long, really tall. He's a hard guy to hit because he's got good feet. He backs up when he needs to, comes forward when he has to.
Yeah, but Porter's speed is apparent in this round.
Yeah, but Porter's got the speed, but Ugas has got the timing. And, you know, he's been timing Porter most of the night.
Porter's mixing it up. No, he's,
No, I think
he's giving a lot of feints right now, and this is what he needs to do, move the head side to side.
Yeah, well,
we're not arguing.
No, we're
discussing.
What are we doing?
Yeah.
It's not like a shaky marriage, you two. Yes, the cold weather's affecting you two. Warm up to each other. I love the way this fight is going.
Well, listen, who doesn't love it? I mean, the fact of the matter is, it's a great right counter right hand right there, but it's a chess match. It really is tonight.
And you're a big chess guy, Lennox.
Yeah.
I see you playing on the video game where you don't have a chessboard in front of you.
Yeah. This is not the brawl we kind of expected, you know? It's more of a thinking man's fight tonight.
Well, if you're the champion, you gotta be a smarter fighter. You can't be the same fighter all the time. It's all about growing, getting better, learning more.
Completing round 9. Remember, Ugas has only gone 12. Oh, he has Porter against the rope to finish the round. He's ready.
Yeah, he's having some fun.
Well, we're glad your Ugas is taking this to the champion. Marcos Villegas, what do you see?
It's still really, really close, guys. I know the rounds 6 through 8 I gave to Ugas unofficially. And as you see right now, I have Ugas up by a point. I gave Shawn the last round, but it's extremely close right now.
Well, that's how close. And you know, we mentioned Ugas from Cuba. He has that 54. Aroldis Chapman, his good buddy, the major league reliever with the Yankees, won a World Series with the Cubs. We'll see what kind of closer Ugas is with Aroldis Chapman watching. We know that Porter, who has gone the distance, we said when he beat Danny Garcia, 6 times he's gone 12 rounds and has been able to finish strong. And as you pointed out, Lennox, certainly a well-tailored all-around athlete.
See, right there, you know, when Shawn jabbed his way in, I mean, he grabbed onto Ugas when I don't think he should be doing that. If I were in his corner, I'd be telling him, look, if you work your way to get inside all that effort, you got to start banging his body, bring his hands down, and try to hurt this guy.
I think he was off balance when he actually went in.
No, but he's done that twice. He did it twice already this round. So, you know, like that. He's got to stay. I think he's got to stay in the pocket right there once he lands a couple of double hooks like he just did there.
He needs to take advantage of when he's inside, you know, close to Ugas. Throw off those combinations. Pile up the points.
That's what I was expecting. So, great right hand by Porter right there.
Yep, that was
well timed.
Yeah, that's Joe, an important. I see that 54. I mentioned the Aroldis Chapman. That's the number of the Yankee reliever and the World Series winner went with the Cubs. Calls him his brother from Cuba.
Easy.
Well, it was in the 4th, 5th round when Ugas' corner said, "You're in control of this fight." I mean, I think it's a little bit more even since. Even though Ugas may have won the last 2 rounds, we're getting some chance here at Carson.
Well, so far I got Porter winning this round because he landed the cleaner shot so far.
And an important round, as you see overall, landed punches on our stat in the Fox box. Inside 35.
Well, Porter's got, look at that right eye of Porter's is really banged up. He's got a little blood coming out of it. Both eyes are swollen right now. I mean, he's taking a few punches. I don't, you know, and of course, Ugas has got a little effect there. I think he's got blood coming out of his mouth. That right eye is swollen underneath. You know, these guys have been tagging each other tonight.
Been a highly competitive, highly ferocious fight. There's been a lot of standing around. These guys have been going at it.
Oh, good right hand by Porter. Missed the hook piece of his block.
Ugas has Porter on the run. And that's the end of the round.
Scores some points or else he's going to lose the fight. That's kind of the urgency I heard there. But he also said, when you get inside, you got to work the body like we were talking about earlier. I think the dad sees the fact that he's passing up some opportunities to do some damage.
Yeah, he said use the feint, set it up, go to the body. And now Porter, in 5 of his last 8 fights, including this one, he's been either cut or knocked down. Here it's been a cut. Lennox, what did you take from that Porter discussion?
No, his dad wants a lot more from Porter than Porter.
Oh, that was a throwdown by Ugas. This isn't wrestling here.
Oh, he actually put his leg behind Porter's leg, and he took him down with a little turn.
All right, a smile from...
It was a judo throw.
A smile from Porter and our...
And that didn't... Jack Reese didn't miss that. He saw that. He said, that's a throwdown. But one of the things that Kenny Porter said, he goes, when you get back to the ropes, you should be back there. He's firing on you there. It should be the other way around. And that's Shawn trying to get off right there on the inside.
Well, he's actually saying when you come off of the ropes, don't just dance away. Come and throw some more shots.
True. You're right there.
From Ugas's corner, let's check in with Heidi.
Thank you very much, Chris. That's right. Salas just told me that they actually think that they've got Porter tired. They think that the weight could be a little bit of an issue for him. They want him to keep pushing. They think they really need to win these last 2 rounds to make it clear to the judges. And they said that right hand is key now in the later part of this fight.
Thank you, Ismail Salas, the trainer for Yordenis Ugas. And so the weight, they're thinking later rounds. You did touch on that in the beginning.
Yeah, because what it does to you, it says, okay, he had to make weight. He's going to be tired later on. Let's try and take his body out. So that's the mentality right now.
And Porter has thrown a lot of punches, and Joe warned of maybe a quick weight change sometimes can have an effect on a fighter. Working into the 11th round here with his title on the line, Shawn Porter.
The only thing I see in Shawn in terms of that weight loss discussion is that he's got a lot of bounce to his legs. So, you know, I don't see him getting tired in that respect. You know, so he still looks athletic to me. I just think it's the wrong strategy, not the fact that he's tired or not tired. I just think the strategy is not working tonight as well as it could.
Well, he just
to make it obvious.
Yeah. He did the smartest thing.
Because he's on the inside.
Yeah. Ugas tried to push him back to get some punching.
Oh, Ugas with a right.
All Porter did was take a step back and came right back at him.
So I don't think Shawn should back up.
Yeah, Ugas looks like he's coming in. Now he's got his arms down.
Yeah, because he senses the urgency.
Ugas wants to finish off the champion.
Shawn caught
him. Porter caught him, and Ugas was off balance to finish the round.
The last shot, Ugas is coming in. He gets caught with a jab and almost a right hand.
Yeah, almost a right hand.
That left landed.
Oh, he's wobbly.
Yeah, he did get jacked by that. He was winning that round anyway. So between that and the wobble, I think he won that round.
Yeah, he cemented that round.
Yeah. Well, but Ugas has hung in the air enough. It's almost like their plan was, let's get to this point. You know what you need to do. Win the round by punching. This is close. This is
the punches landed. Look at that. I mean, very, very close.
All right, Marcos Villegas, how close your unofficial scoring? You had that last round going to Ugas.
Yeah, I did. It's super close. The fight is up in the air right now at this point. I gave it to Ugas because of the work he did overall in the round. And from my vantage point, it looked like Ugas was a little bit off balance when that punch landed from Shawn. With that being said, the judges are in a different vantage point from where I'm at, and it could be seen a little bit different from their eyes. So who knows what round they gave that last round to.
Yeah, it's always worth where the judges are situated, how they see, because we're on one side, and we try, obviously, with our cameras. As Porter goes down,
He's going to call it a slip.
And that's what Jack Reese is saying, yes. He wants Ugas to go to box. He says box. A slip is what the referee ruled it, just for clarification. Jack Reese.
Somebody needs to make a move now. Halfway through the fight, this is where you have to dig down deep.
That's a slip. It was right there in the wet corner. His right foot there. Yeah, it was a total slip.
Without question.
Because that right hand went over his glove. I think addressing what Marco said,
yes,
I think he's got a valid point, but Lennox and I both agree. Ugas got buzzed by that jab, and you can't get buzzed by a jab, and you can win the round if you buzz somebody or wobble him.
He was stung by it. Now he's still talking to the champion, Ugas.
He should be working instead of talking right now because you lose concentration when you talk.
He's telling Porter to come on.
Porter's waiting for that perfect time to jump in and throw his combinations. He just has to make sure it's the right time.
Well, he has less than a minute to do it, Lennox.
He jumped in and he got countered by a right hand left hook. They didn't land cleanly, but Ugas did throw it.
I mean, if I'm Shawn Porter and it's my title on the line.